Right, anyway. We're back into Dawntrail. We are in, what's this place called? Jacques Tural Shaloni? This is an area with very bad spellings of things. I don't know how I'm going to pronounce half of these words. But we're in this area. We're at level 95 MSQ. We found out that the Dawntrail's bracelet, or the gift of a bracelet that was given to her maid, nursemaid or something like that, was stolen from her, and now we're investigating. That's what we're doing here at this point in time. We have also recently met up with Estinian, and Erenville is also giving us information about himself and things that are going on here. So let's crack on and see what happens next. Erenville's composed demeanor belies his eagerness to help Namiko. Alright, let's go and recover that bracelet. While I have nothing but contempt for these bandits, as this involves a gift from Woot Lamat, we must be mindful how our actions might reflect upon her. I doubt Namiko would find joy in the return of said gift if lives were taken in the Why not? If lives were taken in the process. Why? If it comes to violence, I ask that you stop short of killing them. The rest we can leave to the Dustwatch. Why? Well now, that makes me think you're strong. Really strong. Are you? Oh, yes I am. Hello. I may have saved the star on one occasion. You saved the star? That's a bold claim to make, but if true, that certainly speaks to your strength. If your curiosity has been sated, then please indulge mine. Is there anything you can tell us about these bandits? Let's see. Well, of late there's been talk about some unsavory types coming and going from Tona Ten Yahweh to the southwest. Is that the old mining town that was abandoned? That's the one. Why are you talking like that? Now that ceruleum extraction is big business, no one wants to waste their time picking at the dried up veins there. Sounds like the perfect lair for bandits, not to mention that the one with the bracelet fled in that direction. So you'll be investigating the place. I can let the Dustwatch know if you like. No, not yet. It'd be best if we went alone. There's something I'd like to ascertain if you've no objections. Right then, let's be off. Fortunately, I had a healer. I had one already of each class. I'd done it as part of the level 50 grind. I've said before. Oh, hello, Guy in a Hat Games. That's a sticker for you, son. Hey, Risusu. How's it going? Aerith is great. I'll take that. Twitch says I should redeem a super boss. No, it doesn't. It's fine. You don't have to. We still have Laquetta's queued up anyway. We still have to do Chaos. We must defeat Chaos in Dirge of Cerberus. So it's fine, Risusu. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Haley, how are you doing today? Welcome in. It did. It showed me when I tuned in. No. It's just like it's winding you up, Risusu. It's winding you up. Don't let it do that to you. Don't let it do that to you. Don't let yourself become Twitch's thrall. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't let it take you like that. You don't have to let Twitch tell you what to do, okay? You just don't have to. I need to add after years bosses. No, I don't. Helicopter, the lady who got the fairy flute on the first attempt. That is true. That is true. Has everyone seen this, by the way? Let's take a quick segue. Erenville, yo, man. Legit worst thief ever, Zidane. It seems the bandits have claimed this place for themselves.
Rinvelo says James has not moved on with his life and the amount of attempts it took him to steal a fairy flute in Final Fantasy IX. Console his wounded ego.
I have a wounded ego.
Poor James, and his struggle with the fairy flute in Final Fantasy IX. It seems like the flute has become quite the elusive treasure for him. Maybe he just needs a little bit of luck and perseverance to finally get his hands on it. Don't worry, James, you'll get there eventually.
I'm not going to say it. I've moved on after spending how long talking about it. All we have to do is make sure we do it again and beat James so that he's last and has to try. I'm never trying again. It's done. It's done. Do you know what? If you want to try a new competition, Haley, here's a second challenge to you. The book boss in the library has a demon male, which also has a 1 in 256 chance of stealing. See if you can grab that one. Although I don't know how. I don't know if I... Did I even get that one? I can't remember. Your cat just brought in a mouse. Oh no, at least it's dead this time. Get your hands off your furry flute. Is there ever a question that is not age old? She does like to rattle on, doesn't she? Saw a poster in Deus Ex, which was for FF20. Oh yeah, I've heard of that as an Easter egg. I've heard of that as an Easter egg. Anyway, let's... they've made no attempt to conceal their presence. How can the Dustwatch not have noticed by now? They're being paid off. A question for another time. First, we must find the bracelet. I don't see the bandit who had it. Perhaps they're in one of the buildings. Ramshackle as they are, it should prove a simple thing to eavesdrop on anyone inside. If you will go and have a look about, I'll keep watch for trouble. Not sure I dare reason up my life luck like that. Didn't get that one. It's so annoying. Yeah, the book boss is quite difficult. It kind of gets sprung on you, and you're like, what? And there's no save point for ages before it as well. No worries, Rasusi. Tile for 30 is going to be something. Going to need warnings. As you lean in to listen, you begin to pick out voices in the muffled shadow. Don't know where we'd be without them. Probably shoveling sand, praying we'd strike it rich. Ain't that the truth? Only an idiot would work the mines with easier money to be had. Not when we've got a boss who can keep the Dustwatch off our backs. Hey, watch what you say. The wind's got a way of carrying secrets to the wrong ears. Maybe so, but who'd ever believe one of them sainted souls was running our crew? That drunk who brought your story about the gold shit in alpaca, am I right? Oh yeah, I forgot. We're supposed to be stealthy. I need my stealth vehicle. Okay, don't worry, you can't see me. It's fine. You can't see me. He can't see me. It's fine. How am I going to get over there? Okay, there's two over there as well. Okay, let's go over here. They can't see me. It's fine. Yes. That's it. Oh, there's an ether current here. You can't see me. Don't worry about it. It's a whale, you dingus. It's not a person. What's that sticking through the wall? Don't worry about it. Oh, it's gone now. Don't worry. The bandits will not notice you here. You can safely eavesdrop on any inside. Once saw a Pirates erotic DVD in the store. I had a sticker on it that said, "This is not Jack Sparrow." Sounds like James and the boys at work. You know that whale is now forever my stealth mount. Like whenever we have to do a stealth mission, that's what I'm using. As you lean in to listen, a familiar voice rings out through the wall. A familiar voice? Let me out of here, you bastard! Shut your mouth, you sniveling little brat. Make me! Make me! I'll get you all back for Freeman, my friends. The vulture most of all. You can tell him he can eat shit. Wow. How about we give you the chance to tell him yourself? We'll see how tough you are then. I don't disagree with you, Corey, except for the fact that I didn't have the ship when I did my first stealth mission, and it successfully got me through it. So we use this one now instead. La 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 la. The bandits. Use your £4 million blimp. It was a worthwhile purchase, don't worry about it. As you lean in to listen, you hear someone entering the room on the other side. I brought back a prize you're gonna love, boss. Have a look at this bracelet. Beautiful, ain't it? Bet it was made by that famous artisan. Oh, that's our bracelet. You idiot. How are we supposed to move something like this without attracting attention? Boss, please, please, I'm sorry. I reckon we can find a sailor who won't ask questions. Sell it for a song. Here, your reward, and don't bring me this kind of grief again. I won't, boss, thank you. Finished, are you? Let's retreat for now. There's a lot of swearing in 16, Reyes. Maybe since Yoshi P figured out he could get away with it in that game, he started bringing it over into this one. So, were you able to learn anything? Their leader is a man of the Dustwatch. That would explain why these bandits have been able to do as they please. And you say they gave the bracelet to him? It seems we have our work cut out for us. Did you hear anything else of note? Zakawa? That's the boy who confronted one of the officers in town, isn't it? And you say they threatened to take him to speak with the Vulture? Their leader's alias, no doubt. Fitting for a man who preys on the helpless. Well then, not only do we have a better idea of who's behind the recent rash of robberies in Husatawi, but we also know he has the bracelet. I'm quite liking this part of this expansion. Retrieving it without bloodshed will prove difficult, though, if he's that quick to point a gun at his own underlings. We're not working on behalf of anyone else, really. We're off on our own. There's no other scions here. I'm quite enjoying just being kind of out and free and on my own. I'll storm that hideout. I can take him. No one's like, gosh darn it. The direct approach may have served you well in the past, but it won't suffice here. Is the deputy chief of the Dustwatch. He could claim we're the criminals in all this, and no few people would believe him. I'm the literal... I might have a plan. There's a small settlement to the southeast of here. What the fuck is that word? What is that word? There's a small settlement to the southeast of here, but it has the longest name known to man. What is this word? Luatenin Yawausa. Luatenin Yawausa? It's Luatenin Yawausi. Just read it, James. Why would you create that word? No signs to discuss every possible outcome with first. Yeah, it is a nice change of pace. I'm quite enjoying it. Easy peasy is Luatenin Yawausa. Yeah, head bash keyboard. Yeah, I mean there's no problem. It's a small town with a big name. They aspire to be big. What's the problem? You just started ignoring names when reading. It's more difficult when you have to read them out, Reyes. There's a small settlement to the southeast of here. Luatenin Yawausa. Meet me there and I'll explain everything. I've probably butchered that pronunciation. I don't care. I don't care. East of Uoyunglov. Do we have to stealth our way out of here, or can I just ride? Oh, I'm out already. I can just ride away. Imagine your test directions. They're like, turn right at that. And then go round the... And don't forget, when you go over the... to look out for the... Oh. Replace that place every time. Ever seen the guy who does that? No, I haven't, Gags, no. Nothing's ever original these days, is it? Everything's been done before. Simpsons did it. Simpsons did it before everyone else. You know what I can find for That's exactly what this game's going to be like. If we're to retrieve the bracelet without conflict, it won't be done barging in through the front door. We'll have to lure him out. To do that, we'll avail ourselves of... Yihihisiya. Yihihisiya. Yihihekya? I'm going to say Yihihisiya. Dragon-like creatures that live to the south of here. It's their breeding season, you see, and the males will flock to the scent of a female in heat. What does the fox say? With a few ingredients and a sample of their feces, the Fisisihiwa, I can create an attractant that resembles this scent when burned. You can then lure the Yihisiya into the bandit's hideout, flushing out the vulture and his gang. Then, while they contend with our flying friends, we can sneak in and search for the bracelet. I'm afraid I must ask that you collect the excrement. Why am I always given the shit jobs? Why you see to that, I'll go and procure the remaining. Why can't I get the remaining ingredients? And before you say anything, I do not ask this because of any aversion to feces. It would simply be easier for me to find the specific species of wild plants we require. I'll have you know, I'm something of a botanist myself. Here, take these 3 pouches, see them filled, and I will handle the rest. Manchiblu's almighty. Post one in the Discord. Just carry around post-it notes showing them town names rather than speaking them. Only listen for a moment, it was so weird. The Warrior of Lightwork. Yes, that's who we are. 335 West. There's an ether current over here somewhere. A botanist off to get the poop. Why have I got to do that? How do I get up there? Can I get up there? It says there's an ether current up there, so I must be able to, right? Ah, it's a cave. It's a cave. It's a cave. It's a cave. He's literally a gleaner who deals with animals, yet he still sends you to get your hands dirty. I know. How you doing? Seen an ether current around here? Oh, it's over there. Cheers. How am I doing for ether currents in this area? Oh my goodness, I've nearly got them all. There's only 3 left to get. Alright, that one's really far away, so we're not bothering with that right now. I'll be flying before you know it. I've got to go up. I need uppies. My PC doesn't seem to be struggling today as much as it has in previous streams. That's because it's cooler. It's not absolutely roasting for once. There's the Yahihi Siwas. Jinx. Maybe it's the fact that I don't have a billion redeemed slowing it all down, eh, Rinvello? Shush! Actually felt cold today, it was nice. Pretty sure the slowdown started after you removed them. It wouldn't surprise me if it was like there's like some source that can't be found because I've deleted the scene or something, or some filter that's not working the way it's supposed to, because I also deleted StreamFX before I even deleted the streams. So it wouldn't surprise me actually if there's like some missing source or missing filter that's like being a bit of a resource hog. It's been pretty hot up there. Unfortunately, you're currently melting. I'm melting, I'm melting. Oh, what a world, what a world. Oh. Summer has ended in Wales. I saw a news thing today, and it was saying that apparently there's going to be a hurricane somewhere or other, and that's going to end. You know, because our English weather is subject to the currents that come across the Atlantic Ocean and stuff. So apparently there's going to be a hurricane which is going to destroy our summer. Not a hurricane here, a hurricane somewhere else that will affect the weather here and mean that we have our summer come to an early end. Apparently that is what they said. Finished already, are we? Yeah, here's your bag of shit. Enjoy. Excellent. This will do nicely. All that's left is to mix the feces with the tumbleclaw fibers, dried nopalitenda root, and a generous helping of animal fat. I could have got all that. Come, let's get back to Tona Tenyawi. Speaking of bags of shit, did I ever tell you guys about the story of when we moved into this house? Now I realise this is an odd segue, so you'll have to bear with me on this one. So we bought this house, and it wasn't in great condition. It wasn't in great condition. Let's put it that way. And that's putting it mildly. It wasn't in the greatest of conditions. We've done a lot of work to it, but there's still a hell of a lot of work to do. But one of the things that we did was we started clearing out the garden, and they had these planters. They had like these old plastic planters. You know, like they're like think of like standing big plant pots that you plant things in, basically. And they were all just covered full of like, well, this particular one that I was dealing with was just filled with like what looked like muddy water. And I was going to pour it down the drain next to our house, because I was like, oh, I'll just pour it down the drain. Why wouldn't you pour wood? And then we were going to take the thing down to the tip. But I was like, oh, pour the muddy water down the drain. And it was only because my dad's other half was like, oh, you don't want to do that in the house. You don't know what's in there. So you don't want to do it next to the house. And I was like, that's a good idea. So I went down to the bottom of the garden and I poured it out there. And it was filled with dog shit. Like loads and loads and loads of dog shit. It was a literal crock of shit. And it smelled so bad. So bad. It smelled so bad that my dad, who was still next to the house, I was down the end of the garden, and my dad, next to the house, started retching. And it was just disgusting. It was the most horrible thing ever. I don't know, Haley. I don't know why they collect it. It was the worst thing ever. It was the most horrible thing ever. So now I call that my crock of shit story. Like, I once had a literal crock of shit in my garden. It's not a fun memory, but now I've shared that with you, and now you can have that. Enjoy. Everything is ready. Time to set our plan into motion. See, this is why, you know, I've already said I'm not a fan of Erenville because he didn't believe I was a frog, but now he's made me collect bags of shit and he's resurfaced this memory. And see, now there's 2 reasons I don't like him. Now there's 2 reasons I don't like him. A fair number appear to be gathered inside. Now is our chance. I'll keep watch from here. The attractant I leave to... Oh, I carry the shit again. Toss it into the bonfire near the middle of town. The Yihisiya will come soon after. Let's play shit hopscotch to reach the garden. Oh my god, gags. First house was also pretty bad when you go to the previous owners. Just set fire to a bunch of stuff in the back garden, as you do. As you do. We've got so much work still to do on this house. So much work still to do. Okay. Oh shit! I'm not where I'm. Ah, they could have seen me then. I wasn't in my stealth mount. Sorry. That's better. Okay. They can't possibly see me now. Perfect. Invisible. Maybe set fire to a plastic in the garden a few weeks back. That was nice. Brilliant. Burned a sofa once. The fire brigade turned up. That would smoke. Did it bring the Yahihi Siwas? What's that smell? Ah, that reeks! What did you put in the fire? It wasn't me, I swear. Did something die? Someone want to explain that ungodly stench to me? Oh, he's holding it. You see, now the plan's scuppered. He's got it on his person. Boss, over there. Huh? What in the world? Ah! Run for your lives! So the smoke's what drew them here. I swear, when I find out who did this... I'd say our friends have stirred up enough trouble. Time to retrieve the bracelet. Yeah, the man's got it. Let's go get it. Thanks, Pezza. Hey! What's going on out there? I'm still in here in case you've forgotten. Sit tight. We'll be back for you. What? You gotta get me out of here now. They're gonna kill me. I'm begging you, please. Shh, they'll hear you. Oh, nuts. Shit. Who was that? Hey! You gonna help me or what? The bracelets must wait. Let's break them out and withdraw for now. Thanks, Brunette. Thank you. Right, Zakoa, can you please explain to us why you just scuppered our plan? All that effort, and naught to show for it. 3 bags of shit I had to carry. Sorry about that, but damn, I didn't think anyone would have the balls to take on the Vulture. No need to apologize. We were planning to save you, eventually. Really? I don't even know who you are. You secret admirers of mine or something? I'm just having fun with you, but I do appreciate the help. This man they call the Vulture. I've seen his face before. Was he not the officer you confronted in town? The one and the same. When he's not masquerading as a gang leader, he serves as deputy chief of the Dustwatch. That would explain why the bandits are so confident they can avoid capture. Yo, Chewie, thank you for the lurk. The legend, the myth that is Sephiroth Chewie. Because he looks like Sephiroth now because he's recently redone his hair. You're trying to get back? Something the Vulture stole, right? Let me help. It's the least I can do after you bailed me out back there. I have an idea where he's hid his cash. Reckon he's headed there now too. We can go together. I've got a score to settle with him myself. I don't doubt that you do, but we need to know what it is first. Will you tell us? Right, so. Those bandits at Tana 10 Yahweh, they're called Daybreakers, and it was me and my friends that founded the group. But it wasn't a gang of cutthroats, not back then. We just wanted to protect people who couldn't protect themselves. Kids being harassed by bullies, workers being exploited by the mining concerns, folks who needed help to even the odds. That was 3 years ago, and whenever we found someone scheming in the shadows, we settled matters the best way we knew how. With a duel! I see. By the old laws, anyone who loses in a duel must be held to account for their crimes, even those in positions of authority. And we made damn sure they did, every time. Before we knew it, our small band of friends commanded a force to be reckoned with. Well, what happened? Why did you lose control? Then, about a year ago, the Vulture and his thugs showed up. They got the better of us and took over the Daybreakers. Everyone was afraid of him, so they did his bidding without question. But when he showed them how they could make a fortune easily, that was when he really won them over. Now the Daybreakers is nothing but a bunch of bandits and cutthroats who prey on the people it was created to protect. I talked it over with my friends, Quicana and Luween, and we all agreed the only way to stop him was to challenge him to a duel. And he accepted. I still remember how he gloated that he'd win. But when the day came, he showed up with the Dustwatch, and had my friends arrested on charges of robbery, and if that wasn't enough, he set their bail at a price no one could ever hope to pay. With them locked away, there was no one left to help me. None of my old friends from the Daybreakers, and certainly not the Dustwatch. No you, Chewie. And that's why you were ready to challenge him in the middle of town. I was until that guy with the spear stopped me. No sooner had I stepped out of town than the vulture's minions caught me by surprise. They took me prisoner, then... Oh, well, you know the rest. You said the Dustwatch would be of no help. Are they all working for the vulture, then? No, not all of them. The sheriff, Kamaka, he's as honest as they come, a staunch keeper of the peace. Problem is, he's a little too trusting and doesn't suspect a thing. If it were my word against the deputy chiefs, who do you think he'd believe? Well, if he knows where this vulture keeps his spoils, perhaps he can help us recover Namika's bracelet. What do you think? For what it's worth, I have a plan, but I can't do it alone. A plan? All I ask is that you hear me out, but not here. I'll be waiting for you at Shishinuezi Springs. The Springs. Just...
Silence!
Brunette. How could you? The Silent Springs. Did you want the shush? You wanted the actual shush for that? The Shush Springs? But you Silent Springs instead? I guess we can decide what to do after he gives us the pitch. Brunette just aggressively silenced me. Can't believe it. Good, you're here. This is where he hides his loot. I expect he'll show up soon. Give up with fourth wall and its alert. See you tomorrow night. Yeah, no worries, Akira. Have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. There was something I was just about to check. I was thinking about something, and it's just gone from my mind. Oh, I want to know what level we're at. Still level 95. Okay. Aaronville looks expectantly for Wihouite. Well, well, look who it is. Storing stolen goods here seems risky, but I suppose it's an option for someone with his authority. Yeah, he moves the spoils in cerulean barrels, where no one would think to look. They're mixed in with regular shipments of fuel to Tulihiolau, where they're sold off. You said he stole a bracelet of yours, right? If he knows you're on his tail, chances are he'll be eager to get what he can for it. But I doubt he'd trust the lackey with that business, given the provenance of the piece. Now, I'll wager he's not letting that bracelet out of his sight till he's got coin in hand. I wasn't sure what to make of you after Husatawe, but I'm glad to see you're more than an impulsive child. Isn't the one with the ears kiss one sticker? No. No, that's a Spriggan. Ah, well, not my finest hour, I'll admit. But there's a lesson in that. The vulture's a slippery bastard. If we're going to catch him, we need to back him into a corner with hard evidence. That's my plan. First, we need to lure him away from here, over to Husatawe would be ideal. For that, I need one of you to help me. This will buy time for another to search the barrels for any stolen goods, and using that will expose him as a criminal. There's no way to tell if Wihouite's carrying the bracelet, but regardless, there'll be time enough to find it once he's behind bars. But won't he simply feign ignorance? Oh, he'll try, and that's when I'll challenge him to a duel. A duel? That approach didn't work out so well for your friends, as I recall. True, but unlike before, I'll challenge him in front of the whole town. That way he won't be able to wriggle out of it like before. Every man, woman, and child of the wilds understands the importance of duels and the old laws. The deputy chief would never disgrace himself by refusing. But wouldn't you be breaking the law by using a firearm in town? It's not as if we'd be using live rounds, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. What's important is that I get him to duel with as many witnesses as possible. When he loses, and he will lose, that'll be the end of the Vulture. The plan is not without flaws, but what do you think? Let him have his duel. Duel away. Thanks. I sure was lucky running into the two of you. You won't regret this, I promise. If you're satisfied, then so am I. I knew I could count on you. I was seen in Tanaten Yahweh, so it's probably best I stay and search the barrels. Then you're with me. Tell the Vulture I tried to rob you, but you managed to overpower me. Even if he suspects a trap, he won't be able to resist taking the bait. You want to buy your friend as much time as possible and make your way to Husatawi. Once you've got the Vulture there, I'll take care of the rest. Alright then, let's get to it. Seriously, like, trying to read some of these words, it's just inventing pronunciations on the spot and hoping that you're not butchering it too much for anyone who's actually from an area where this is the kind of language. Don't like the Wish.com version of Prompto. Makes Welsh look easy, as there's a logic at least. But I guess part of it is me not understanding the logic, right? Like, this is obviously based on... I think they said it's based on South America. So it's based on something from that area, but I just don't know what it is and don't know the structure. So I can't pronounce any of it. It's really difficult. The Yihihi Siya were likely that Shiton is doing. What's his angle? And then there's the Brat. It's past time I dealt with him. I need to poke him. I need to give him a little pokey. Hey. Hey. Pay attention. What's this? Ah, an unfamiliar face in these parts. Have you need of the Dustwatch, sir? What? Zakoa tried to rob you, but you apprehended him? I see. So desperate was he to see his friends free from prison that he turned to a life of crime. How awful. You have my sincerest thanks, sir. Might I trouble you to take me to him? Oh. Oh yeah, we gotta do it this way. Not that this is an appropriate time for me to play tour guide, but if you insist, Shishinuezi Springs is home to a thriving cerulean mining industry. The prospect of easy coin has attracted some undesirables, though. Oh, ran past it. I didn't realize I had also run on. Is this the place? I don't see him. Just a little further. I see. Very well, lead on. You could help me with the fight, mate. There's gold in these fields. Blue gold. Best be wary of the beasts in these parts. They may prefer to snack on ceruleum, but for you, I reckon they make an exception. They can try. Is this the place then? Sorry, I'm still learning my way around. There's some sort of joke of all the... Let's keep moving. Easy. This better be the place. I left him tied up around a big rock. Must have been a different rock. My patience is wearing awfully thin, sir. If he isn't at the next place we stop, I may be forced to do something you and I would both dearly regret. You can certainly try. Good night, Haley. Rest well after your single steal. Not that anyone's still dwelling on that. It's fine. We've all moved on. It's fine. I'm fine. It's fine. I'm fine. You're fine. It's all fine. What single steal? Haley's single fairy flute steal. Single attempt. Like, literally got it on attempt 1. It was clipped in Discord. Yeah, in the FF General channel, Burnett. You never even tried it and you're salty? You'll have to scroll back a little bit. It was at the weekend. Unless you'd rather I feed you one raw, needles and all, cut the chit-chat. Oh, alright. This way. Haley's reaction that made it. Ah, yeah, chill. I'm cool. I did that. Nice. All right, where is he? I don't see him anywhere. Where is Sokoa? Tell me where he is, or I'll bury you in the same grave. Goodness me, where could he have gone? That's it. I've had it with these games, and I've had it with you. Hey, Wewute, you looking for me? If you want to place me under arrest, you'll have to work a little harder. He's salty for us all. You'll be begging for a cell by the time I'm done with you. Reaction's the funniest part. Just the kind of very understated, like, oh, is that right? Alright, let's see what's going on here. Voiced? Give us some voices. I've been reading a lot.
Wahoote! Finally caught up to me, I see.
Sounds like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Well, well, if it isn't our young outlaw. You've taken up stealing, I'm told. Can't say I'm surprised about that, but I am surprised that you'd offer yourself up to be arrested.
Sorry to disappoint, but you're the one who's going to answer for their crimes today.
Objection! Thanks for the luck, Burnett.
Hey, that's my jewelry.
And my bag! So you found the stolen goods. That's fine work.
This barrel was at Shishanawetsi Springs, mixed in with other
Shishanawetsi. Shishanawetsi. That's how you say it. Shishanawetsi.
That would have presumed it part of the regular cerulean shipments and waved it through. And once it reached
Shishanawetsi.
its destination, it would have been retrieved, and its contents sold for coin.
The audacity. Do we know who's behind this?
As fortune would have it, I spied the leader of this operation being handed one of the stolen items. A bracelet, which Vau Wuklamat had intended for her nursemaid, Namika.
It was from the Vow of Resolve?
Shush!
Oh, you've seen it then?
No, no, never. And if I knew who had it, I would have arrested the scoundrel.
Oh, aye. Rumbled. He's been rumbled. How's it going, Sadea? Oh, come off it. I saw you with the bracelet.
What's the meaning of this, Wahoote?
It's a setup, sir. I have the bracelet, yes, but I only because I found it. I swear.
Womp womp.
They're the real criminals. They concocted this scheme to frame me, so they could get me out of the picture.
Womp womp.
If you feel your honor's at stake, there's always the old-fashioned way. The law which folks have used to settle their differences for generations.
Why would we don't need this. The evidence
Don't mean.
the evidence is right there. We don't need to do a duel. Why would we even risk him winning? There's your stolen goods. You got stolen goods on your person. The sheriff
Wahoote,
understands.
I challenge you to a duel.
Arrest the fool. Why do we have to do a duel?
The winner is right, the loser is wrong. Doesn't get simpler than that.
For drama.
Yeah, have at it. Let your pistols do the talking. Please, do you honestly believe you can goad me into playing your game?
You refuse then? Huh. A baby alpaca's got more fight than you.
All right, boy. But remember, you asked for this.
Come on, Zakawa! Give him what for!
Is Zakawa gonna get killed?
Shouldn't we stop him, Chief? Even if it's just rubber bullets, we're in the middle of town.
He's not gonna use rubber. He's not gonna use rubber.
Be quiet. Just watch.
He's not gonna use rubber. He's not gonna use a rubber. Got windy all of a sudden. I got dust in his eyes. What the fuck is that? Oh!
Oh, you little shit! Looks like you've gotten slow in your old age, Vulture.
You and I are going to have a long talk.
Well, well, well. Well, well, well.
I apologize for dueling in the middle of town. If you want to lock me up, then lock me up. But please, let my friends go. They've done nothing wrong.
You drew your gun within town limits. But Wihute drew first. Far as I'm concerned, you acted in self-defense. You're free to go. As are your friends.
Ah, you're not such a bad guy after all.
Just a man of the wilds, like you.
If he knew the friends were innocent, why didn't he let them go before?
But to think that Wihute had taken control of the Daybreakers, it pains me that it happened right under my nose.
What are you gonna do about his crew? Some of them are still in Tonatenui.
Tonatenui.
Those who
Tonatenui.
have broken the law will be taken into custody.
Tonatenui.
But those who haven't will be given the chance to resume walking the straight and narrow. What about you, Zakawa?
I've already forgotten it.
What do you intend to do
Tonatenui.
now?
Why, what I've always done. Protect the weak and help the helpless. The old-fashioned way.
Here, this was Vawuk Lamott's gift for someone, wasn't it?
Yes. A person very dear to her.
I suppose this is where we go our separate ways. My thanks again for your help apprehending the Vulture.
We're gonna ride off on our horses into the sunset now. Why is he waving like that? That ended up being rather more complicated than expected, but all's well, that ends well. Phew, finally it's over. I couldn't have brought him to justice without your help. I don't know how I'll ever repay you. Now that we have the bracelets, let us return to how did they say it earlier? Shishenwezi. Shishenwezi? Is that how they said it? Shishenwezi? I'm going to say that's how it was. Let's return to Shishenwezi Springs. Will you be staying there long? I'd like to give you a proper thanks after I find my friends. We weren't planning on it, but there's no need to rush. We'll see you at the springs then. Doobie 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 doo. Okay, we got some ether current quests, which we're going to quickly do as well. Pizza, like Shishenawetsi. Wetsi, that was right, Shishenawetsi. Alright, I don't really care about your needs. I just want the green tick. Give me a green tick. I just want a green tick. That's all I want. That's all I've ever wanted. That's all I ever needed. No. This is not MSQ. We're not interested. Shishenawetsi. Skipping! Only for ether current quests. I just want to be able to fly. Oh, green tick! I need to flex. Alright, let's flex. Yo, look at these muscles! Oh, yeah, boy. Take a look. Yeah. Now give me my ether current. Give me my ether current. Oh, God. Oh wait, cutscene. We don't need it. Alright, so that quest can carry on another day, but for me, we're going off to the second one, this meeting of the spirits. We'll grab that and then back onto the MSQ over there. That will give us another yellow dot here, and then it's just the 3 greens and the final quests. Shut up, Sunbeard. Quickly sort out whatever's in here. It says deliver the fish oil candle to the contemplative woman praying in the... Oh, I met her. She's the one who I asked, have you seen an ether current? Little did I know that she would then be also involved in a quest to get another one. What a helpful lady. Oh, there's more here now. I have fish oil for you or something. Yo, Jimmy, how's it going? How was your second ever stream earlier? Everyone, please pay attention. Jimmy's actual name there. Had his second ever stream earlier today, and is going to be getting affiliate pretty soon by the stats I saw today. Stressful. Did you add any more imagery to your bank before you finished? You may think Jimmy's name looks familiar, and that's because it's very similar to VJ4's other name. I imagine it's a play on VJ's name, right? They know each other. They know each other. Alright, here's my ether current. Right, we got this bit done, and then it's back to MSQ. Alright, that's that done. Next. You might have been trolling them, then realized you couldn't change your name back. Now it's been long. Wait, this happened to in my stream. There's someone here called Man Like. Oh, he's called Farmer Chuckles now, but he was called Man Like Chuckles. And there's like a long-running joke behind this about how my dad calls my son Chuckles. No one has ever like said. He just decided one day on his own. I don't know why. My son wasn't even laughing. He didn't even smile at this point. He was like a baby. But my dad started calling him Chuckles. And then Chuckles in stream, I know in real life, he was like, he found that hilarious and then changed his name to troll me to Man Like Chuckles. And then got stuck like that the same way you have. Got stuck like that for like 6 months. So it happens. My bracelet. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is more than just gift. It is part of me I could never hope to replace. Truly, Wuk-Lamat is blessed to have such devoted friends. Well, I wouldn't put it quite that way. I prefer to think of us more as long-standing acquaintances. Regardless of how you choose to describe it, there's no denying the depth of your bond, though I'm sure you'll continue to do so. Can't say I'm surprised the Deputy Chief turned out to be the bandits' leader. I always knew something wasn't right about him. An easy claim to make with the gift of hindsight. There you are. The real Daybreakers have arrived. I'd like you to meet my two best friends, Quickana and Luween. If it wasn't for you believing in Zakawa and doing what you did, we'd still be locked up. You have no idea how satisfying it was to see that bastard Wute put behind bars. We never gave up hope that Zakawa would find a way to get us out. He was always the best of the Daybreakers. Glad he was able to convince you to go along with his plan. Unfortunately, our group is smaller now and lacking in strength besides. Some outlaws might see us as an easy target. These are going to be the tribal quests, aren't they? Even so, if anyone should give the Dustwatch the slip, the Daybreakers will be there. We'll train day and night. We'll train night and day, so no one will get the better of us ever again. Isn't that right? Why? Right, and you'll teach us how to draw your pistol so fast, won't you? Well, we won't need to duel if all goes as it should. But on the off chance it doesn't, we best make sure everyone can match or beat my speed. We owe you a great debt, and one of these days I'll be sure to repay it. On that you have my word. Until we meet again. He loves waving, like, really enthusiastically. Like, overly enthusiastically. If you'll excuse me, I shall find a quiet place to rest. As I'll be here a while yet, though, do let me know if there's any way I can be of assistance. Were you not planning to take the train home? Oh, train service has been suspended, didn't I tell you? Ah, that's what we were here for this whole time. You mentioned no such thing. Something about the tracks being damaged in the last quake. The tunnel was closed as well. An earthquake. It must have happened when we were still down south. There have been quite a few tremors of late, and a rather large one struck not long before you two arrived. I can only hope no one was hurt. There was a big storm up north and a big earthquake down south. Are they related? Potentially, maybe. At any rate, if you want to know when the service will resume, you could speak with the station master yourself. Let's do that. The station is just over there. just over here. Oh, I thought that was like a bar because it had the X on it. I was like, oh, it's not that one. It must be somewhere else, but nope, that was it. It seems people aren't too happy about the train delays.
I'm so sorry, but we're not sure when the train will be running again.
You've got to be joking. Of all the places to get stuck at on the way.
It's too much like real life. The trains are off again. It's ruined my day.
Please don't tell me you've come to complain too.
Oh, you're damn right we have.
We heard that the earthquake had caused disruptions and wanted to ask when operations would resume. But I see that it will be a while yet.
I'm afraid so. Too few hands for too much work.
Oh no,
It's
Darth,
time-consuming enough to
no,
inspect
not
the
more
tracks
trolley.
after every quake, but this last one we got after the succession ceremony was massive. Made a mess of a whole bunch of railroad ties.
16 demo only crashed 7 times before we got to the main menu.
We
Didn't
would have
Rin
been
say it
doing
crashed for him earlier as well?
If it was as violent as you say, we should have felt it as well.
We felt nothing.
I have to admit, it was a touch strange, having seen my fair share of tremors. If I had to describe it, it felt more like the rumbling from an explosion.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Seriously? You're offering to help?
What about you, my friend? If you'd rather strike out on your own, I understand.
Yeah, see you later, bye.
Though, if you were willing to lend us a hand too, we'd be truly tremendously grateful.
Oh, he's gonna stoically nod. Yeah, there it is. Oh, that wasn't quite stoic, though.
Thank you so much. I'm Shenza, by the way. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
That wasn't quite
If
stoic.
you would please step inside, I can introduce you to everyone.
Sorry for dragging you into this.
I'm already disappointed with you, Aaronville. Twice now. Twice. 2 times the disappointment you've brought me.
There they are. That's them, the 2 volunteers.
You didn't even check our qualifications.
Walika is our station master, and over there is our top driver, Nitoikwe.
Nitoikwe.
And this grizzled mug is Zopia, an engineer who joined around the same time
Zopia.
as me.
Much obliged for the help. I'll make it worth your while, I promise.
Ah! Ah!
Something the matter?
Would you happen to be a fan of trolleys?
Trolleys? They're fine, I suppose, but they're no match for our cerulean-powered engine.
She's absolutely glorious, let me tell you. If you'd like to bask in her beauty, well, you should visit the depot behind the platform.
Please let me out, Dark Arachno. Welcome in.
Right then. What I'd like you two to do is help us procure timber. We'll be using it to fashion new railroad ties, so it needs to be the strongest stuff we can get.
More busy work.
In these parts, that means the trees in the Tiata Yonan Plain. It is Hetsaro territory, though, so we need to get their permission first. Come on, no time to waste.
Good night, Barry. Did you hear me call you out earlier at the start of stream? But also, good night. No worries, Dark Arachno. Thank you for the lurk as well. Where's the green tick? Is it up here? Green tick? Anyone seen a green tick? I'm looking for a green tick. Oh, there it is, down there. Oh, you were gone, but you didn't end up studying much, but you tried. Though no small number live in Shalone, I must confess that I've never visited the home of the Hetzaro. As they largely live in accordance with older traditions, I suspect they may have a dim view of the railroads. Are we going east now? Because I did actually, I had to do some gathering for my gatherer quests up in this region of the map, but I did not attune to this Aetheryte. I didn't want to prematurely attune, you know? It's a problem for some people, getting prematurely attuned to things. Come, let's follow Walika. There's another station on the way, so be sure to drop in. The train will be in the depot, but you can still see it from the outside. I'm quite taken with the sleek design of the head end myself, though if you peek through the windows, you can probably catch a glimpse of enough jabbering, Shenta. Thanks to these two, we finally have some real work to do, so let's get to it. Oh, I just said hello, Berry. I just said hello. We'll see you later. That was to the game. We'll see you later. I suppose there's no harm in stopping at the station. It's on the way after all. Find yourself traveling everywhere to get the ether currents first, even though you find that the MSQ is going to take you past them every single time. Yeah, I purposefully stopped myself. If I see it's like that, like if it's more than like 500-600 miles away, there's no point going for it because you know the MSQ is eventually going to take you there. I've learned that lesson before. You just end up retracing your steps twice. That is a good-looking train. That actually is a good-looking train. Way better than the trolley. I must confess, the train is an impressive sight. How easy it must be to ship goods through the wilds now. Right. Mowahetson should be to the northeast of here. Let's continue on. They have... we seem to have had like a technology jump between expansions. Like we've gone from like sword and shield, like sword and board, medieval, kind of high fantasy setting, to the Wild West with the invention of trains. (229) east. Okay, carry on this way. Ah, there you are. The village is just up ahead. Truth be told, I've never had any direct dealings with the people of Mowahetsoen, but I do know that their traditions mean a great deal to them, as does the land. Good night, Barry. Ah, such lovely clean air. It feels like a treat after the overpowering ceruleum of Shishenawetsi Springs. It feels like a treat after the overpowering ceruleum of Shishenawetsi Springs. The waters nearby are just as pristine. It's a paradise for people and animals both. I'm glad you appreciate the blessings of nature as we do. Greetings, traveler, and welcome. I am Huato, chief of the Mowahetsoen, Mowahetsoen, and this is my son, Shepeto. Do you have a puppet called Dinokio. A pleasure to meet you. I thank you for the warm welcome and apologize for our sudden intrusion. I am Warlika, station master of Jacques Toural Railing. The recent earthquake has damaged our tracks and we require timber to make repairs. This is James and Aaronville, who volunteered to assist us with the restoration effort. Tamawawawa? You have a most curious air about you, of oil and steel, tanned leather, and the faintest hint of fair winds blown from a distant shore, though I know not where. I gather you are not from these lands. I'm a traveller of the star. Truly, I would love to know more of you and the lands you've seen. Excuse me, sir, please stop sniffing me. I am told your people hold your traditions in the highest, yet I gather you are curious about those of others as well. Oh, but of course, nature is boundless, as is our love for her lands and her children. The Hetso in particular have done much to guide our way of life. If we're to hunt, to gather, to lay our heads, the Hetso teach us all these things and more. It is for that reason, I believe, that we are attuned to the shifting winds around us. I see. That word Hetso, it means leader of souls in the Hetsaru tongue, does it not? It does. There are many creatures revered as Hetso among the Hetsaru. Here, we look to the Hronik for guidance. However, as you may have gleaned from our use of Aetherites, while we are committed to our traditions, this does not mean we reject all outside influences. That said, there are certain things that give us pause. We will furnish you with the timber you require, but first, as neighbours in this land, we ask that you indulge us in a discussion. We'd be glad to, of course. Wonderful. We do not receive guests come such a long way, and my son is always so delighted to hear their tales. Now, if you'll follow me. There's a viewpoint over there. 86 east. There's also an ether current very nearby as well. There it is. Oh my god, like I was like literally a step outside of it. I mean, come on. Give me benefit, would ya? Give me benefit of doubt. .282 east. Over that side. I'm sure MSQ will take me over there pretty soon. There's a well-hidden site here as well. Whoa, that's a tree. I don't usually go seeking them out. I mean, if I come across one that's easy to get, I'll get it, but I don't normally go seeking them. I will speak frankly. We fear the winds of change will soon bring misfortune to the land. The Hronik have made the potential for danger plain. As you may have heard, their temperament has become erratic of late. Seek a flying, that's a good idea. A stableman near Husatawe mentioned that. Do you know what has caused this? We have our suspicions. Since others were drawn to this land by ceruleum, Shalone has undergone a transformation. And the railroads are a part of that. Just use a map on Google and do them left to right on the map. As strong and resilient as they may seem, Ronique are sensitive creatures. The roar of the train as it thunders through the plains may well cause them distress. As my father said, we do not necessarily reject outside influences or innovations, but in this we can't help but worry. Understandably. I thank you for being forthright. This matter concerns not only the Hetsaru, but all of Charloni. Perhaps we should bring it to the attention of Valcona. Valcona, you say? We know him only through rumors, but he is apparently... how shall I put this? Hard-headed and aloof. He values technological advancement and efficiency to the detriment of all else. Mind your tongue, Geppetto. "16 demos running well, low temps. Hasn't crashed anymore." While there's a grain of truth to the rumors, he's not nearly as bad as they make him out to be. His journeys have changed him for the better. So, in the course of travelling with him, you witnessed him change with your own eyes. James fought beside Valcona in the right of succession. I take his word over rumors. You took part in the right of succession? You're that close to the Dawn Servants? I was grateful for any help, but had no idea I'd recruited a bona fide hero. Chill, it's not even the biggest thing I've ever done. The succession of Dawn Servants filled us with uncertainty for the future, but there is clearly much we do not know. On this particular occasion, the winds of change are not meant to be feared. No, we must open our hearts and minds that we might see Valcona for who he truly is. Do you think he might visit someday? Just as his father offered us guidance, I'm hopeful that he will do the same. Thank you for hearing and allaying our concerns. I'm glad we could speak. As for your timber, we have freshly cut logs near the lake. Please take all that you require. We're terribly grateful. I promise we'll keep the Ronique foremost in our minds as we continue working on the railroad, and if needs be, we'll seek Valcona's counsel. My thanks again for your time and the timber. We shall endeavour to return the favour. I hope to see you again soon. We've more than enough timber to fix the ties. Now we need to transport it to the station, which will be a bit more involved than I thought. I didn't expect we'd be given so much. Mind waiting here a spell while I round up a few more hands and a Ronique? I won't be long. I'm glad that went well, and thankfully it seems we won't need to make several trips for the timber. New weapon? I'm tempted, actually, to use the weapon on my paladin. No. No, I will use it here. All right, this is full. Let's see, I need to desynthesize some stuff. Let's desynth anything over level 90, because anything over level 90 is Dawn Trail, and that means I get materials, which I can use in my craft quests without having to go and find them. Like this, for example, level 91. Oh, give me something I've got tons of. 83, 87, and then they're all crafting stuff. Alright, well, at least that's enough to put these in my armory chest. which now means that I can equip them. It'd be a shame though, I'm gonna lose my nice glowy swords. Oh my god, no I did not. Oh wow. Well, I did not lose glowy swords whatsoever. Jeez. Can I dye the red? You can. You can change the color of the red, make it different. Interesting. That's actually pretty cool. They're actually pretty cool weapons. I did not expect that. Did not expect that. GG, I'm getting my first 100. Thank you. Yeah, you get another pair. Absolute zombie killers. They're pretty nice, aren't they? I think I'm actually going to keep them red. Yeah, they're pretty nice. I like them. Oh, we have some ether current quests. Oh, we got one ether current quest. I also have an ether current to the east on the other side of this lake that I have to go get, so I might quickly do that now as well. Normally the ether current quests unlock in pairs. So it's a bit strange. The other one didn't unlock. Hookblade, that Turkish mentor from Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Come on, Ronique, this way. Come on. What is this? Okay, I'm gonna walk. Why? Come on, surely you can run a little bit. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Now you're moving. What's this now? Why? Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. I was like, why is it not working? Come on, Ronique. Devs need to be taxed on creating NPCs that move like a fart. 16 Shiva, so bad. Gags, have you seen any of 16 yet? I know you were avoiding streams at the time that it was being played, but have you seen any of it? Do you know anything about it? You played it while avoiding it, so yeah, okay, so you have actually played it before, okay. But yeah, she does look really good. They did adjust this since in 16. Motion blur was sickening. They changed that. See, they brought out an update that let you turn the motion blur off. Ah, there you are. Oh yeah, I don't need to do this. This isn't MSQ. Glad the release between PS5 and PC was around a year. Let them work out the kinks. Right, there's no other like hidden ether current quests around the places though. I haven't missed one. Doesn't look like. All right, let's go get the ether current that's on the other side of this lake. FPS wasn't helping. 720 on big screen was disgusting. Finally get the full experience. That's the one. I'll have to try it out on my PC. I don't have the Mega Beast that you have, but it's not bad. It's done me good. It's done me good, so it has. Oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. I just went straight into the lake. Ti, not holding out much hope. I've got a... I forget what CPU it is now. 7700K, I want to say it is. And a 3070 Ti. .502 south. I guess I'm gonna... If I go down, I could always like loop back up again, so... I was in a used game shops today. It wasn't CEX, if you can believe it. It was in a different used game shop, and they had a copy of Resident Evil 3 Nemesis for PS1. And I was very sorely tempted to get it, and then I was like, but I don't play. In my head, I was like, I don't actually play the Resident Evil games, and I have a backlog that's so long, I'm never, ever, ever going to finish it, so I probably should put this down. And I actually did. Look at me being mature. Resident Evil's your most watched games on Twitch. Do you watch much of Akira's streams? He does a lot of Resident Evil. Oh, have I got all the currents? Yeah, okay, now I just have the last 2 to do. And these will be, there'll be 1 Ether Current quest and 1 from the MSQ. I just need to wait for the quest to spawn. You do lurk whenever you can catch them, yeah. Well, not being happy. You spent 2K on a PC and ended up with a CPU that died on you. Oh, is this the thing about the voltage problem where they're burning out? Is that what you're talking about? Like over time, they have like a yeah, it is, yeah. I don't know the full details, but I've heard of the issue. Oh, crying out loud. Erenville, do you want to give me a hand? No? You're just going to stand there? Don't worry, Erenville, I'll do all the work. I haven't seen you do much this whole thing. I was the one who picked up all the bags of crap, but you know, it's fine. While we wait, we could get started moving the timber somewhere more accessible. Shouldn't take long if we split the work. 2 minutes. Ah, go. Why is this time limited? We're doing them a favor. We're doing them a favor. He said, let's move these somewhere easier for them to pick up. Why is there a time limit on my helpfulness? What are you going to do if I don't put it there in 2 minutes? What are you going to do? Go and get it yourself. That's what you were supposed to do anyway, except for the fact I'm doing you a bastard favor. Why am I being timed? Am I on the clock? Do I have to type? Do I have to stamp in, stamp out? 2 minutes. I should think this will be enough. That was mighty kind of you to move all that lumber. Sorry we didn't make it back sooner. I'm nice summer. I'll get that when I fix my hair. You finished 16 a day before you was in the show. Wait, I don't remember much. I should probably go back and have a look at that series. I would need to play through 16 again as well. A remake of 13? Oh, God, why? Okay, is it a remake and not a remaster? I mean, if they remake it, like properly remake it and actually like make everything make sense and fix the storytelling problems that it has, it might actually be good. Because like I've said before, 13 has a good game hidden inside it. It's got a good story hidden inside it. The problem is they don't tell the story. They stick it all in the data logs, and the actual good part of the story, like the thing that makes everything make sense, you have to read. Take that out of the data logs and make it into a story, make it actually into the game. Could actually be pretty good. There'll be a trailer for me to rate? Yeah, maybe. We'll see to the rest. Yeah, because I'll be streaming Gamescom tomorrow, so we'll see if they do one. Once we've repaired the tracks, we'll have you on the first train out of town. Isn't that right, Chief? As much as I'd love to make it so, there aren't any spots available. You'll have to wait for the one after, I'm afraid. But you'll be riding free of charge. It's the least we could do to repay your kindness. That's fine. Namika and no few others were here long before we arrived. It's only right they go before us. I hope you'll stop by and see the train off. It's a breathtaking sight, let me tell you. And Nita Wiki will be driving. No engineer compares to her, and it's always a treat to watch her work. The only work we should be worried about is our own, Shenza, and we've still more to do. I'll find somewhere quiet near the station to pass the time. If there's anything else in Shaloni you're keen to see, I'll leave you to it. Ether currents. I'm hoping now, with this quest, this should unlock an ether current quest. No, maybe we need to get the green on the one we're currently on. Oh no, I want the bike. It's faster. Go away, Ronique. How'd you feel of the sights? Well, they appear to have almost finished. Oh, several cutscenes. Time for several cutscenes. Let's see what happens. Oh, yeah. Whoops. Look at that beautiful train. Choo-choo, motherfucker. Choo-choo.
A glorious grand machine indeed. I hope Namika was able to secure a seat. Don't
we need a seat?
Here she comes!
Aren't we supposed to be on the train? It looks like the train from Back to the Future. Catching the next one. In 3 days.
Thanks to you, we managed to resume service much faster than anticipated. You have our gratitude.
There's nothing so enchanting as a cerulean-powered engine in motion.
Ain't that the truth? Don't think I'll ever tire of watching them chugging along. They make wagons look like toys.
They love
And
trolleys.
so long as we can lay the tracks, she can go on and on and on. Before you know it, she'll be crossing the entire continent.
Railroads are a somewhat recent addition to Taral. As it stands, we can only ferry folks as far as Yasolani.
Isn't that where we need to go?
And from an operational standpoint, we still have much to learn. There's always some problem or another to deal with. But we'll keep working at it. We'll hone our craft and continue expanding till one
Sodeo.
day our trains are running coast to coast. That's the ultimate dream.
The ultimate dream. Yes.
Goodness, I completely lost track of time. By now, I expect the train will be nearing Yasolani. When it returns, we'll see you on your way. So if you've got any preparations to make, you better make them quick.
Earthquake?
Not another one! You can't be serious.
We only just fixed the line. That don't look like an earthquake.
Gods have mercy.
What in the flying? What's happening?
Oh, the train! Nitobekwe and the others!
My home lies that way as well.
We're going to investigate. Right now!
Where's the train though?
Sordio_Ventus says write a short story where the main characters of James and Turtles meet each other while on vacation in Mexico. Include dialogue between the characters and a detailed description of their surroundings and 3 adventures they go on.
In a cutscene, Sodeo. In a cutscene. Tut tut, Sodeo. Tut. What's this? What is this?
A story request, how original. Here we go. James
world?
and his trusty
heading for
sidekick
Tuliyola?
Turtles ventured to Mexico for a well-deserved vacation. The sun was shining, the mariachi music filled the air, and the smell of tacos lingered around them. Their first adventure led them to a hidden cenote, where they dove into the crystal clear water and discovered a treasure chest filled with chocolate coins. Their second adventure took them through the bustling streets of Mexico City, where they stumbled upon a street food competition. James and Turtles tried every dish, from spicy tacos to sweet churros, earning the title of food connoisseurs. Their final adventure brought them to the ancient ruins of Chichen Itza, where they solved puzzles and riddles left behind by the Mayans. They unearthed a mysterious artifact that glowed in the moonlight, granting them luck and prosperity. As they bid farewell to Mexico, James and Turtles promised to return for more adventures, and they lived happily ever after. Until the next vacation, hope you enjoyed your story time, dear audience. Feel free to request more original ideas.
That was a long story. You got a lot out of her there then, Sadeo. We need to follow that airship. So what's this then? I recognize some of the little flying things because Laketta and Darth have those mounts that are like the four-wheeled flying things. Oh my goodness.
Heavens forfend.
You're here. Good, good. They came from the sky and attacked without any warning. The people need our help.
Can I stop for a quick jump puzzle?
Can you stand? Try to remain calm, everyone.
Don't worry, Kryle's got a paintbrush.
I don't know what they are, but they're not men.
Oh no, Peshawar. Wow, okay. The upbeat nature of this expansion has just gone off a cliff.
What did it just do?
Thank you.
Save the fakes. Just get to safety. I'll hold the line here. Fall back to the palace. Quickly, before it's overrun.
The palace isn't where the people are. The palace isn't where the people are. We don't want to go to the palace. Not unless everyone else is going back there too.
This is simply how I do things now. So, who wants to take my blade next?
This don't look good. This really don't look good.
Should still leave.
Zoralcha?
By the gods, what has happened to you?
Wait,
This is your butchery, isn't it?
that guy. What's he doing standing there though?
After everything you've done in service to the throne, how could you betray us?
Yes.
My demand is simple. The dissolution of Tuliyollal and surrender of all its territories. Refuse, and I will kill every last one of you.
Have you gone mad?
No. My ambition remains unchanged. To teach the masses the folly of war, that they cry out for peace, and thus unite the world.
What has changed you so much, and in so short a time? You harmed the very people you swore to serve. This is an unforgivable deed committed by my son. My son!
You have heard my ultimatum.
And you will have my answer.
Oh, he's not happy, is he?
By my hands, I will end your madness.
Papa, wait! I should be the one to do this.
No. His sins are mine to bear.
Fear not. Ozoralcha is strong. He has never been father's equal in combat.
I believed you long dead. To have the chance to kill you myself is an unforeseen blessing.
Soralcha, my son, and forgive me.
It's not going to be that easy. Not a chance. He's got built-in auto life.
What?
How?
Despite his old age, the mighty Gulul Jaja remains a fearsome foe indeed. You retain the vitality of two souls, despite the passing of one. I shall even the odds.
Eh?
Papa?
Even the blessed are mortal.
Father!
She's going into beast mode.
You are no match for me.
On my honor, as vow of resolve, I'll make you pay!
So the once faint-hearted girl would live up to her title.
We're all just going to stand there. We're going to get in. We're going to start.
Very well. If only to demonstrate the disparity between us, I give you a chance to prove yourself. Rally the entirety of your strength. Lay siege to my kingdom. Strike me down, like I did father. Then, will you be his worthy successor?
Soralcha, wait!
He did as well wait. He waited.
My warships will remain in your skies. When you fail to prove your worth, I shall order them to lay waste to Tuli Yolal. Choose your next steps wisely.
Why are we just letting him go? I haven't even attacked. This is me being the side character again. Why have I not had a chance to attack? Why couldn't I do anything? I've got my new swords. I just took him out and I looked at him. I was like, yo, I'm just going to stay out of this one, I think. I'm just going to stay out of this one, I think. I'm not going to do anything. It doesn't look like anything I need to be involved in. It's fine. It's fine. I don't need to be part of this one. They didn't want to get involved in foreign affairs. Yeah, Wuklamat's the main character, of course, of course. Well, this is a bit of a situation, isn't it? Kettenram, do you want to explain yourself? 12 of mercy. They won't. For reasons. Kona? Father, no, this cannot be. Alphino? How could this happen? Kryl? I can scarcely believe my eyes. Alizé? We did everything we could. Everything. It simply wasn't enough. Erenville? Nothing. Wook? No, Papa can't die. He can't. Oh, but look, I get a sick new chest piece. Look, I know you're sad and everything, but check out these new threads of mine. I think you're gonna like them. Yo, look at my tum. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Why are these armor sets so horrible? Why are they so awful? Oh, my God. That is terrible. That is actually awful. Look at this. I mean, I know we've just had like a really sad situation, but what is that? He's got nothing on the healer and caster sets. Good God. Oh no, she's going to give me some trousers to go with it. What will they be, like thongs and stuff? Thong and leg straps? How could this happen? Mandalorian stripper outfit.
Enough. I am beyond saving.
Father, please. You can't give up.
We don't need a tearful goodbye scene. Okay, they should have just let him be dead.
Are you there, oh friend?
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Look after my children.
What? I'm an old fossil like you. I've only got so many years left. But if that's what you want, it would be an honor.
You and I must go on another journey together someday.
Aye, you can count on it.
Wuklamat. Kona.
Yes, Papa.
The graves of the Yokwi You saw them, yes? I always found their teachings comforting.
Please, Father, you must save their strength.
Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we are never truly gone. Through you, my hopes survive. Through you, I live on. So do not mourn me. Walk tall and see our nation to a brighter future.
This is kind of Square's problem with these sorts of scenes. They always go too far. Would have been much more impactful if he was just killed in the battle. That's what I reckon. And then she reacts like this. Can I have my trousers? She's not going to give me my trousers. Right, so Yeah, exactly, Guy in a Hat Games. Yeah. Just impactful. Short, sharp, impactful. Rebirth is another example of where they do a lot of this sort of stuff, where one of my criticisms of Rebirth, and I'm not going to talk about any plot points, so don't worry about me spoiling anything, but one of my criticisms of Rebirth is how they take what are impactful moments of the original game, because in those days they remembered how to do good storytelling. They remembered how to do impactful moments. And then in Rebirth, they just fan service it up to the max. And they're like, hey, look, this is a reference to that moment in the game. Now let's just dial that up to 47 instead of like 10. Let's dial it all the way up to like way too high and completely break the immersion of the game and completely break the storytelling arc of the game in order to do the fan service to the other game that you would have played before, rather than just tell the story and have it land for its own merits. They do that a lot in Rebirth, and they've just done it again here. They just did it again. That would have been much more impactful without the goodbye scene, I reckon. Vau Wuklamat, Vau Kona, I bring word from the city. The enemy has withdrawn and the Landsguard have begun rendering aid to the people. Casualties within our ranks have hindered progress, but we continue to do all that we can. But that was a good scene overall. The whole thing was quite a good scene. I thank you for the report. Please inform the Guard they are to prioritize such efforts until further notice. Exactly, Reyes. Exactly. The people. I need to help them. We will assist you in whatever way we can, of course. How much more impactful would it have been if Wuklamat had not been able to say goodbye to her dad just then? If he was killed in front of her, she didn't get to say goodbye. She thought that he was going to be there to, like, guide her through being the leader of this nation, and now he's not, and she didn't even get to say goodbye. How much more impactful would that have been? Thank you, thank you. There are sure to be wounded everywhere, more than I can count. We'll split up and help all of them. You can count on us. Alphino and Alice, could you take Bayside Bevy and Kryl and Erenville, the palace perimeter? As for James, please come to the Resplendent Quarter with me. We'll all might meet back here afterwards. Exactly, exactly. But I didn't see that, like the whole thing, the attack, didn't see that coming. Did not even get a hint that that was coming. Like, we knew that the first promise was up to no good. We knew that he was going to come back. I didn't expect him to come back with a futuristic army and take over, like, absolutely smash Tuliolal. Didn't see that coming. I thought we were going to, like, run into him later and he'd be like, yo, look, I've got, like, all this stuff now. And we'd be like, yo, whoa, what's going on? Didn't expect what just happened. Emotional scene, yeah. And what's the deal giving me a new armor set at that moment that makes me look like a flippin' clown? Like, what's that about? Thanks, I think I'm all right. Did you see them, those soldiers? They look like people, but they killed and killed with no hesitation. If they attack us again, how can we hope to defend ourselves? Wait till I complete the set? Oh my god. Could be a Picto. Also, yeah, we did nothing in that scene. Our character did nothing. We may as well have not been there. Why were we there, in fact? Why were we there? Like, what did our character have to contribute to that scene whatsoever? Literally all he did was take his swords out and then put them back and then change into this armor. That's it. That's all my character did in that entire scene. So that's another mild criticism I have of what just happened then. Thank you, sir. But my husband and son, they were emotional support by doing what? I don't know. It just feels like that whole scene could have been told without my character being there, and it wouldn't have made any difference whatsoever. Like we didn't even get the chance to attack him. Why did we not get the chance to fight him? My thanks. I'll be fine now. But we failed to protect the people. Why did so many have to die? Where were Val Wuklemat and Val Kona? Ah, they're not to blame. I understand. I do, but I need to clear my head. Think back to Stormblood. Yeah, think back to Stormblood and Rauga's Reach. And how outmatched we were made to feel by a superior enemy. This is the same thing. The same thing has just happened. However, this time, we didn't do anything. We weren't even part of it. Where were we? Hence, we shouldn't have even been in the scene. That should have just played out. Thank you. The pain is better now, but I can't stop shaking. Where did they come from? Why did they attack us? And why are those things still in the sky? We are peace unto Galul Jar. We were safe, but now... Ooh. Oh god, do I want to see this? Oh my god! This is the caster set of that armor that I'm wearing right now, that you get from that scene that we were just watching. What are they thinking? What are they thinking? Oh, yeah, really, this is the impactful scene of the game now. This is like the start of the third act where, like, everything's starting to go downhill. This is where the emotional hits start to happen. I know, let's dress the Warrior of Light up like a flipping gigolo mid-scene, and that'll be fine. They had a very specific employee doing the design work for these sets. They're no longer... I mean, I don't mind that the armor set exists. But for us to have received it in that scene, when the first thing you're going to do when you get a new armor set is equip it and then look like that for that scene, because you just happen to be wearing the base armor that is given to you in the game. Just getting dressed up for their actual holiday when the shit hit the fan. Where's this last person? I'm ranting so much I can't find the last person. He left his job at CEX the week before. If you know, you know. But yeah, I think that they're my two thoughts on that. I think goodbye scenes cheapen death scenes in games and films in general. You want to make a death impactful to the main character, because apparently Wuk Lamat is the main character. You want to make a death impactful, you have to make her feel the loss. You do that by denying her those nice words that he said at the end. Second of all, my character was absolutely useless. Absolutely useless in that scene. And could have just been anywhere else. And the scene would have been just as fine. Where is this person? Why can't I find them? Am I being blind? Have I actually run past this person, but I'm just not seeing them somehow? It's not you. You're just a quest giver. Well, no, this is what I'm saying, Reyes. So, like, you compare what happened here to Rhalga's Reach in Stormblood. Oh, there she is. Or he, or whatever. You compare what happened here to Rhalga's Reach in Stormblood, and how your character there is outmatched by what happens. Because your character actually tries to do something about what's going on and doesn't just like look around like, oh Jesus, well, I'm not being paid to deal with this today. I'm on my day off, you know? He actually gets involved and tries to save people and tries to, like, you know, go on the offensive. Whereas here he's just background character, NPC. Thank you. Thought it was done for. I heard something disturbing. The enemy leader. They say he looked like Zoral Jar. But that can't be true, can it? Why would the first promise attack his own people? But if it was him, what happens now? Is he going to come back? What do we do if he does? Yeah. Only thing I can think to even remotely place our character in that scene. Nothing that Wuk Lamat couldn't have told him afterwards anyway. They could have still shown the scene and then she could have informed him later. You finished aiding the people here? In fact, that would have made more sense that then we weren't there to come to her aid to help save her dad. Maybe then she's got a bit of, what's the word? A bit of, not jealousy, jealousy is the wrong word. A bit of resentment. Maybe she resents us. Where were you? Where were you when my city was getting attacked? I said I wanted you to be here. You said you'd help me. Where were you? Why were you off with Erenville in Shaoloni or wherever you were? In names you can't even pronounce. Why weren't you here to help me and to help protect my dad? Wouldn't that have been a good arc? Didn't have to be there to see that scene. And it would have been way more impactful, I think, without it. Thank you. There were children among the wounded. Children! No, now isn't the time. There are still others who need help. Could you go and see how things are at Talon March? And afterwards, go and find Alice at Bayside Bevy? I don't know. It just feels like that could have been the moment that our character finally becomes the main character of the game. And instead it's more Wook. And I don't mind Wook having some spotlight. I really don't. But, like, don't put our character in the scene and have them do literally nothing. We've been to the ends of the universe. We've saved, like, the entire world. And yet, when someone comes into a room and starts slapping the leader of a city about, we just stand there and watch and do nothing. It breaks the immersion. That's what's making me so mad about it, I think. It's just so immersion breaking. It's not what... we are the character of saying yes to everything. And what, is it because no one said help? No one said help, so we didn't stoically nod to step in. It's a bit irritating. There is no evidence of significant damage from the battle. The fighting did not spread this far, it seems. Should be able to click our fingers, Emmett Selk style. And kill everyone in the room. Not much bloody ether. Fuck. You see, like I say, the actual thing that's happened, I've got no problem with. They're still shopping. They're getting on all right. I've got no problem with the fact that this has happened, and I think it's actually a really good plot development. I just think the way it's been told is disappointing. The fresh scorch marks on the ground are doubtless from the enemy assault. Well done. You are a good detective. Well done. I see everyone's just getting on with things, though, you know. Yeah, someone's crafting over there, you know. It's all good. It's all good. The shop appears to have weathered the chaos, though its wares have been strewn across the floor. The port remains unscathed, but the enemy ships continue to loom overhead. Good night, Guy and a Hat Games. I'm probably going to finish up in a few minutes as well. Once I get my trousers, I'll probably start wrapping up the stream, because it is 20 to 1 in the morning. I've helped all those I could find and seen them delivered into the Landsguard's care. As many casualties as there are, it would have been worse if the Landsguard hadn't fought as bravely as they did, and if Zoraal actually meant to harm the people. I mean, look around, the buildings are hardly damaged. I suspect his aim was more to incite fear, to show that he could strike whenever he pleases. But we can discuss that later. How is La Métier? Even after what happened to her father, she's trying so hard to fulfill her duty to the people. Still, everyone has their limits. She needs rest, and soon. Someone mentioned seeing her head towards the shore. Perhaps she's gone to the Gornitruk Gleam Sands. Right next to them is a dancing Lala. Oh my god, Darth. They should have made this version of the city its own instance. You can walk down a street and see some kid crying over their dead mother, and right next to them is a dancing Lala going, yay, yay. It got really windy all of a sudden. Team hydrate. .
steady now. I've brought you medicine. Drink.
I don't think they're drinking. I think it's a bit late for that one.
There you are, Lamachi. I was beginning to...
Come on. Come on. Take it. Please.
Lamachi. Lamachi!
How could I?
Look at me, Lamachi. You need rest. You and him both. I will tend to this soul.
But my people... I have to help them.
The Landsguard have matters well in hand. Trust in them. If there's another attack, your people will need you to protect them. They'll need you to be sharp. So please rest. Consider it your duty.
I stood before them all.
The armor.
Said that we'd build a nation where everyone knows happiness. So much for that promise. What good is a vow of resolve who cannot save her people?
We'll handle this together. And see, this is where it would be a good moment to say, together, where were you, actually? Where were you? She's not going to say that, though, because we were there doing nothing. Wouldn't have been much to tweak the story that way.
My head's a little clearer now. I need to concentrate on what I can do, rather than what I can't. We've dealt with unfriendly factions before. From Yokhui still longing for conquest, to adherents of blessed siblings, people who are unwilling to listen. Even so, I believe that by learning about one another and engaging in good faith, we could peacefully settle our differences. And we did. My brother is different. There'll be no reasoning with him. He killed our people, our father. He'll stop at nothing to achieve his goal. What's more, he has power. The power to destroy the peace we've worked so hard to preserve. If I'm to protect that peace, then I must fight. I must confront Zoraal Ja and kill him.
Luke being upset and angry doesn't sit right with you. She seemed a bit, I don't know, just then she seemed to be like almost Wook Evu like, you know, she was like a bit sad, and then he was like, don't worry, we'll do it together, and she was like, together? Okay then, let's crack on. and she was just like completely moved on. I'm fine, just needed a moment to settle my nerves. Thank you for being there for me and for urging me on despite all my sulking. Sitting around complaining isn't very leader-like, is it? So much happened so quickly, I struggled to make sense of it all. The strange soldiers, those floating ships, the new powers Zoral Jar commands. Given everything he's done and still intends to do, I know I can't afford to run headlong into battle. Not this time. I cannot let this terrible pain in my heart lead me astray, but I will make it my strength, the strength to do what I must. Right, I'm heading back to the palace. I need to talk strategy with Kona. Could you and the others join us in a while? However we decide to proceed, I want you all to be aware of it. Oh, and could you tell Alice I'll be alright? She's probably at Bayside Bevy. There goes the main character. The ships look spooky in the clouds. Oh, you're back. By that, I take it to mean Lamantie is feeling better. She needs to be strong for the people of Tural, I understand that, but she doesn't have to do it alone. So if she intends to fight, then we fight. Together. That said, I wish I knew exactly what we were up against. Dare I even wear these trousers? Got a card. Ooh. Gosetsu card. That was from having... How many cards is that now I've got? Triple triad cards? I've got 221 cards. Let's have a look and see what this card's all about. Double A, top and bottom. 2 and 5. I think that's a better all-round. Shantoto's a better all-round card than Gosetsu. I'll keep that one. And... Alright, that didn't make it look... I bet when I get the shoes, it will look awful. I think we're going to wrap it up here. Yeah. We'll wrap it up here looking up at these ships. And just looking a bit nervous. Just looking a bit nervous at what's going on. Thanks everyone for watching today. It's been like I say, I think that the plot was good. The plot move is good. I think the way they told it has just frustrated me. That's what I think has happened. I just feel they could have told that story so much better, and I feel a bit disappointed in the way that they decided to do it, but that's how they decided to do it. So what we'll do is we'll say thank you to a bunch of these people, these legends who have supported the stream today. We had a resub today from Guy in a Hat Games, and also a resub from Kiz1RPG Gamer. Thank you for the resubs today. Mods, thank you for your modding today. Vips, thank you for your vipping today. And chatters, thank you for your chatting today. And if you've been lurking on the stream today, thank you also for that too. It's much appreciated when people spend the time to keep a tab open, keep tabs, stick me on second monitor even while you're doing other stuff. I really do appreciate when you guys do that for me. Now I'm just going to find us... I'm going to see who we've got online whilst we do that.